Welcome to RMM Help. In this session we include an overview of RMM asset models and templates. They're available here in Administration, Asset Code Files and Models and Templates. The main reason for having asset models and templates is, firstly, from a labour saving point of view, we can automatically populate 15 or more data fields. These are all listed here. These two here, current cost and estimated life, would go into the Asset Financial Details tab, including this risk rating here. And as this is a tabbed form, we can click on Picture. We could have a picture here, a photograph or a drawing. That would be useful for identification of assets for technicians and contractors. We can add any associated parts used in maintenance, which makes part selection during feedback easier. Incidentally, if we book parts to a job with a model during feedback, the system gives you a choice of adding the parts to this list and a use only model parts tick box, which only displays the model specific parts. So instead of getting lots of parts displayed, it would only give you those for this model. And a Documents tab, which lets you identify unlimited documents specific to this asset model, such as an NHS PPQ document, manufacturer's health and safety document, purchase information, and there are separate videos on document management that are available. I'll just go back to the front tab and show you this inactive tab tick box. So if a model is no longer required, we simply tick that. Our second reason for using models and templates is that much of our data is derived from drop-down lists. So you can see that we've got manufacturer, supplier, CE mark, category and so on, all from drop-down lists. And that ensures our asset details, if we use a model template, are consistent and accurate, and that gives us confidence in our asset details. Thirdly, there are some compliance considerations where, for instance, the guidelines of the NHS Litigation Authority recommend that when implementing a medical device strategy for training needs analysis, TNA, medical equipment models are essential to evidence our compliance. You'll notice that we have TNA up here on our main menu, and RMM support can advise on this availability. And fourthly, models are an additional way of finding groups of assets along with asset categories and types, which makes finding, sorting, filtering and reporting on our data so much easier. And our final reason for using asset models and templates is that when equipment manufacturers either recall or send out warning notices, they invariably refer to a model of equipment. So we can use our model template when creating a new asset, for updating an existing asset, either individually or by selecting multiple assets and using process selected. You can modify any of the data items in a model template, and these changes will be reflected every time it's used after that update. However, those changes won't work retrospectively, so existing assets with models prior to the update will not be affected. We're now in a position to create and update assets using our model details. So let's add an asset. We'll go to the asset section and we'll add a facilities asset. We'll go straight to the model section and we see our drop down list, and the first item was the model that we looked at earlier our air handling unit. That then gives us a list of all of the data items that will be updated, so long as we've got those filled in the model and template form. So we'll say yes to that, and at that point you can see that all of the data items are filled and visible. We would need to put a location in here, so it doesn't really matter where we're doing this for this exercise, but we'll put it in the administration wing, and if we knew the serial number of this particular asset, we could add that, and at that point we've only got these three tabs at the top. So if I save this asset, we'll now get our asset ID, and we can look in our financial tab and we can see our expected life and our estimated replacement cost. And if we look in the picture, we can now see our picture has been uploaded. If I go into documents, there's our documents that have also been carried forward. So as can be seen, this is a huge saving in clerical effort when we're using models and templates. We also have a similar labour saving asset option where we can duplicate assets, and that's dealt with in a separate help video. So this concludes our overview of using asset models and templates in ResMan.